What's dangerous is when the universe pick you and you put on the magic glasses. There's rules that go with them. You can never take them off. You never see things that they're supposed to be. You see things as they are. And you can never force nobody else to wear them.
Alright, so I was there for an hour or two. I don't know how long it was. But now I'm on the street and I want to get something to eat. So being that I'm in Angelino, I know the area and stuff. I'm going to head over to Little Ethiopia. Go to Little Ethiopia and get something to eat. And my car's in the parking lot. I'll probably have to pay the maximum, whatever that is, 20-some dollars. Hopefully no more than $50. Sucks like that in LA. But as long as you have your wristbands on and stuff, you can still come back, and that's cool. So now that I'm walking over here to the intersection of Fairfax and Wilshire, then that's the corner where Biggie was shot. front of the Peterson Automotive Museum. And then you got the Johnny's Cafe over there. So it is what it is.
Come on. Ha, sicker than your average. Pop a twist cabbage off instinct. Niggas don't think shit stink. Pink Gators, my Detroit players. Tim's for my hooligans in Brooklyn. Dead right, if the head right, Biggie there, air night. Papa been smooth since days of under rules. Never lose, never choose to. Bruise, cruise, who? Do something to us. Talk, go through us. Girls want to us, want to us. Screw
So
us.
Biggie was shot right there. Right there. To step outside of the rat race, the rigmarole, and you know, just walk the streets of LA. Just to walk the streets of LA is a treat. You know, we're usually confined to our cars, our homes, you know, especially during COVID and all that kind of stuff. Wow. Someone wasn't paying attention. Truck driver's got to go. You know, he's on that time schedule, that rat race, keeping them moving. Got to keep everything moving. So this is a treat. This is a treat, a pleasure to be out and about. The sun is out. It's beautiful. I have this big old sweater on. It's unnecessary, but I'm an Angelino. I can handle it. Walking down the street in LA is dangerous. I just crossed the street. I had the right of way according to the sign, the signal, but everybody was on that rat race trying to get past the light. And then as I'm crossing the little inlet from the street, my brother tries to turn around. He's trying to get out of the traffic. He's sitting in traffic for too long, impatient, you know. So he turns and almost, well, he doesn't hit me, but he saw me, but he was like, oh damn, I could have made a mistake, you know. So, LA. All right, so here's what's up. I have a trip. All right, so I have a trip to Ghana, Africa, coming up in April. And so in preparation for that trip, one of the requirements is that I have the yellow fever vaccination. So I went in for the yellow fever vaccination. And here's the thing about that. It costs $250 for the vaccination at that location. But that's pretty much the going rate for that yellow fever vaccination in LA. Kimberly Walter from Kimmy Travels podcast, my friend, mentioned that the yellow fever vaccination is only like $25 in Colombia and South America and other places. I wonder if it's 25 bucks in Mexico, because I really would have just driven down to Tijuana, you know, and got the vaccine right there. I bet that's like the smartest thing for any Angelino to do. Just skip down to Tijuana. I mean, it may be the riskiest thing, but it could also be the most cost effective, because these prices up here are just ridiculous. I'll have to do some research into the prices down in Mexico or Tijuana, especially, and see what's up. Yeah, so that's been the day so far. After the vaccination, I was driving down Wilshire Boulevard. The clinic or the vaccination location was on Wilshire Boulevard. Afterwards, I drove down Wilshire Boulevard and I thought about the history of Wilshire Boulevard. There's a video on YouTube that shows Wilshire Boulevard in the 1950s. I watched that video and I'm like, wow, it's so cool to see. It's fascinating that some of the same buildings are still there. The El Rey Theater, for one, and Desmond's, I think, is the name of the store. That building's still there. A lot of buildings are still there, but a lot of buildings aren't. And a lot of buildings are newly constructed, but it's really fascinating to see the development and the change since the 1950s. That video's on YouTube. So, you know, I was thinking about that, and then as I was driving down the street, I remembered that the new Academy Museum is on the corner of Wilshire and Fairfax. And I thought, man, this would be perfect. Let me slide in there. I mean, today is a free day, and So I decided to go into the museum and check it out for the first time, and I was pleasantly surprised. And a lot of that old history and stuff was rehashed, was brought back to life, you know, being in that museum, which was fascinating. So this is my day. Thanks for rocking with me. Yeah, peace. So this is a Jewish school next to an Irish bar. It says Public House Irish Steaks and Chops, and a Jewish school. Anyhow, I noticed one time, nobody's around. I noticed one time when I was over here that the Jewish school, when it lets out, or rather when they're doing intake, you know, in the mornings, they have armed security. So it's like secure and it's heavily guarded. I'm glad that I wasn't passing at either of those times, because, you know, they'll probably be like, look at me. The security guards will be like, look at me. I got my gun and my vest and don't try anything. I'm like, you know, yeah, it's just something to note, something to think about. And plus, I've noticed that a lot of the Jewish schools have armed security guards outside like that. Yep. So right down this street, there must have been one of those cars parked over there. And then everybody was filing out of the Peterson Automotive Museum, coming down the steps and all. Biggie was taking his time entering, or they were entering this parking lot to the right here, coming out of this building. And so as we come up here on the entrance of the parking structure, you'll notice the entrance to the Peterson Automotive Museum. All right, as I come up here. So yeah, right over there, that's the entrance. That's where everyone was coming out, filing into trucks, into SUVs lined up right here. They pulled out, turned here, went up the block, and just where that white car is parked is where Biggie's truck got stuck at the light. And then that lone gunman came down this road, like that car right there, shot up the car in the white, which would be Biggie's car, and they hit that right. And that was in 1997. Biggie, right here at the corner of Wilshire and Fairfax, in front of the Peterson Automotive Museum. What was that, 1997? That was 25 years ago. R.I.P. Biggie. Christopher Wallace, right here. Los Angeles history. And across the street is what was formerly the May Company. Today is the Academy Museum. Biggie would have been right there where that white car is. This Toyota would have been the assassin. It would have hit that corner. There are signs everywhere. When you see them, follow them. 109.